What's up, peoples? Al York Sports, TGI Friday. NBA trades and free agents. You know what it be. Let me get these groups in. Whoever's tapping in early, just give me a minute. TGI Friday, baby. Last Friday I couldn't rock, man. My throat was fucked up, man. I'm back, though. Let me give y'all a shout out, but let me get these groups in so everybody can enjoy while we enjoy. Alright, hold up. Here we go. Yeah, see in the building. What up, my brother? I hope everything's good. Salute the queen for me. Tell her I said Betty Sion. Don't forget that, my nigga. Betty Sion, alright? Yeah, let everybody tap in, man, before we start this terrific show, man. We got so much news, so much NBA information. I mean, I'm behind, that's how much we got. But we're going to try to cover as much as we could. Yeah, let me let people tap in. So the more we tap in, the merrier. Felix Jacino in the building. That's right, King Felix. Popping up. Straight out of New Jersey. From New York, but straight out of New Jersey. Let me let the peoples come in, give the shout outs, then we get it popping. Okay, see, you already know, baby. God bless, baby. And you know we gonna keep him alive all the time, baby. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't getting away that fast, see. You know what I mean? He ain't going nowhere. Yeah, let more people pop in so that we can start this, man. Oh, we got my boy. My boy, Bob Jones, baby. The Crip, baby. Much salute, brother. Appreciate you tapping in on a busy Friday. I know you making money, but you found time to tap in. Much appreciated. I won't disappoint, though. I promise you, I won't disappoint. Yo, time was flying today. I woke up like 1:30. Next thing you know, I'm right here. I'm like, yo, where the hell 4.5 hours went to? Jesus Christ. Yeah, let more people tap in, then we gonna start the show, man. Brian Ford in the building. I just got that, Brian. I appreciate you as always. And I'm glad you were able to join the show today, because I know you've been tied up lately at work, but you made it on time. Don't go nowhere. Stay where you at, brother. A lot of NBA trades, signings, etc. Kevin Durant, Sportsbook Jeff Felix Jacino. We bringing it right into your living room, man. I ain't playing around. I told y'all that shit. All right, now that we got a few people in, let's start the show. Yes, sir. TGI Friday, Al York Sports, the raw truth, Sportsbook Jeff, Felix Jacino. We gonna give y'all this drama. Yeah, raw. We ain't gonna put no cut in it. No cut. It's gonna be raw. You already know how we do it, baby. Yeah, I know you in Detroit, baby. They told me you left. That's why you highly appreciate it. Sportsbook Jeff in the building. Let everybody in Detroit know about your guy, man. Because it's gonna get ugly real fast, I promise you. Yes, sir, Brian. Happy belated birthday to Chango, true indeed. I definitely agree with you 100%, baby. Yeah, we gonna have a good one, like I said. Don't go nowhere because it's gonna be y'all lost. Sportsbook Jeff got a lot of work in. King Felix, myself, a lot of information that you don't want to miss, man. I know it's Friday, but you can hold back a few things for 1 hour. That's all I ask for. And like I always say, no drinking and driving, it's the fucking law. Let's get this show started, man. Go to YouTube, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep doing a good job like y'all doing, and I want y'all people to tell more and more peoples about the channel. Highly appreciate it. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. Nueva York. In case whoever don't know what that means, like all my brothers, that means New York. In case y'all didn't know what that meant. Credit fix, never too late to get your credit fix. IG me, inbox me, email me, al.newyork@yahoo.com. Never too late to get your credit fix. Need instrumentals, hit me up. Mech One in the building. We gonna take care of that sooner than later. Need advertisement, hit me up and I'll hook you up. Hit me up and I'll hook you up. You know the model, the more the merrier. And like I said, my boy Dwayne Beeman, I'm just waiting for him to give me something, and I'm going to give y'all something with that. All right, let's start the show. Busy day. Sportsbook Jeff, let me get through this, and then I'm going to bring you right in, my brother. Annie Torres in the building, my little sister. Much love. We're going to start off, let's start off with the Washington Wizards signing Bradley Beal to a 5-year, $251 million contract. 50-year, he's making 50 plus a year. Now, this is the situation that I want to talk about a contract like this. He knows the Wizards ain't going nowhere. He knows that. So, in this situation, via Robinson Cano, Bradley Beal took the bag. He said, you know what? I want the bag. The bag is more important than getting maybe 80% of the bag and a chip. Me personally, 80% of 251 ain't too far away. I mean, what did he probably get, 200? He could have got 200 and then got with a team that could have won it all. Instead, he won all the money. So he took a 5-year, 251 to the lonely Wizards that probably won't make the playoffs for the next 4 or 5 years unless they make adjustments. Other news. John Wall would be suited up this year. If he would have stood with the Rockets, they probably would have paid him the 47 point whatever mil. But they told him they're not going to play him. So he got a buyout, if I'm correct, about 7 M's. And then he signed a 13.2 contract with the Clippers. And I think Wall's a great fit if he's anything of what John Wall used to be. And, of course, he's got to have Kawhi Leonard healthy and PG-13's got to be healthy. Clippers got a bench, Reggie Williams, Morris, etc. Kennard, if Wall could take him to that next level, watch out for the Clippers. That's all I got to say. Other news. Memphis Grizzlies agreed with a 2-year, $30 million contract with Tyrus Jones. Tyrus Jones, a backup point guard to guard Ja Morant, averaged 8.7, 2.4, 4.4 assists. They just threw him $15 million a year. The NBA is just giving money out, by the way, in case y'all didn't know. The Milwaukee Bucks agreed to a 4-year, $49 million contract with Bobby Portis. This was an important signing for the Milwaukee Bucks. Bobby Portis is only 27 years old, and he's been to a few teams, but he in a perfect position with the Bucks. The Bucks are getting the best out of Bobby Portis, and for $49 million, 4 years is a steal. Not to mention Chris Middleton is coming back, and they just signed Ingles that used to play with Utah. So watch out for the Bucks. They making another championship run. Make sure you keep that in mind, because they coming back strong. Other news. The Dallas Mavericks land free agent center JaVale McGee for 3 years, $20 million. I think this is an extraordinary deal. Nobody plays harder than JaVale McGee. Center, been to some winning franchises, the Lakers, the Phoenix Suns, so he's accustomed, Golden State, so he's accustomed to the winning now, plays hard, great bench player, and if you get him for $20 million 3 years, that's almost 6 point something a year. That's a steal for the Mavericks, who's going to get an enforcer defensively. Great pickup for the Mavericks. Other news. The Chicago Bulls gave Zach LaVine a 5-year extension worth $215 million. My thing is, they giving money to unproven players. These guys ain't proven. Zach LaVine, Bradley Beal. Okay, Beal's proven that he could score throughout the years. He got no jury. I don't even think the Wizards made it out the second round with Bradley Beal. So how do you give these guys all this money that only are producing individual numbers? NBA giving money up. I just told y'all that. Other news, Golden State Warriors kept Kevon Looney, agreed to a 3-year deal worth $25.5. Huge pickup. Looney's been with the Golden State Warriors, I think, the last 5 years. Had a terrific playoff, great rebounding, scored some points. And to get him at this discount, you got to keep Looney, who's also, like I said, a defensive enforcer on a team that's loaded with offensive powers. Great pickup. Other news. Atlanta Hawks, big trade. They trade Kevin Huerter to the Sacramento Kings for Justin Holiday, Mo Harkless, and a future first-round pick, which is a 2024 protected pick. Now, when I say protected, that usually means if it's something like 10th pick or lower, they don't give up the pick. So they usually do 10 between 10 and 15. 10 and 15 higher, then you can have the pick. That's what protected means. So it's not really a first-round draft pick like you thinking if it's protected. Hopefully you got the understanding on that. Other news, Portland Trailblazers guard Anthony Simmons, who's averaging 17.3, 2.6 rebounds, 4 assists, agree on a 4-year, $100 million contract. Half of y'all probably don't even know who's Anthony Simons. I barely know who he is, and he's making $25 million a year in the NBA. Money that Julius Erving never made, Larry Bird never made annually. These young boys, they better be going to church and just thanking all these ex-NBA stars who open up the NBA world so that mediocre players are getting paid through the roof. You gotta salute your elders, man. They better salute their elders because Larry Bird ain't never make no money like this annually. And Larry Bird's a legend. And you got guys like Simons making 25 a clip. Come on, man. That's just crazy. Last but not least, before we get my man in the building, Charlotte Hornets free agent Miles Bridges, who was about to get the bag. Maybe not as Charlotte. Charlotte wasn't trying to give him the money. They made it clear. Bridges, a real good basketball player, had a real good year, 20-point average, 7 rebounds, 4 assists on a mediocre team, known for slam dunking the ball all type of ways. End up getting a domestic violence in the bag year. Listen, you can't get domestic violence in no year. Ain't no room for that. But to get it in your bag year, come on, dog. Come on, dog. And not only that, his wife took pictures and posted them on social media, apparently the injuries she got from the so-called domestic violence. This guy just, I'm not going to say he fucked up his career, but he made it real difficult for him to get any kind of contract right now. Sportsbook Jeff, where you at? I don't understand these young boys, man. Let me see if I get Sportsbook. Lamar Yeary in the building. My little sister Siobhan Torres, I love you, baby. Yeah, baby, Miles Bridges is dumb. Ain't no other way to say it. In his bad year, he catches a felony domestic violence. Come on, dog. You killing me. All right, let me try to get my man Sports. What's up, big man?
Let me say to everybody out there, happy Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yeah.
We only just
exactly. I was going to get to that at the end, but you know why? You got it before me. Explaining up the Bobby Bonilla deal, by the way. It's $1 million a year, all the way to 72 years old. Is that correct?
2035. I'd love to have my own holiday. Shit.
Put the volume on it, Jeff, or I can hear you better. You know I'm half
How's that?
Better. You got to understand, Jeff, when I was younger, I was one of those stupid kids with the loud system in the car. My hearing ain't never been the same. So that's why I'm always yelling. So when people say, Al, why are you always yelling? 2 reasons. Being from New York is one, of course.
That's right.
And 2, because I'm halfway deaf on the low. Jeff, let's get right to it. we're not going to be able to cover every NBA transaction. We already know that. So we picking and choosing right now. Ernest Vega in the building. What up, baby? So I'm going to start off first with the Boston Celtics, the team that just lost the championship. Shout out to Paul Gibson. Just picked up 2 key players so they can make their next run for next year. And you still think there's unfinished business over there, correct?
Definitely unfinished business. I mean, you watched the 6-game playoff, the finals. They're missing 2 things: ball handling.
Right, but let me mention up the pickups they retrieved. They picked up Malcolm Brogdon, the kid out of Virginia, who was with Indiana, who averages like 20 points a game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Real good ball player, point guard, more of a natural point guard than Marcus Smart. And taking away nothing from Marcus Smart, Boston put him in that position. They had 3 real point guards, and Smart is a tweener, 1 and 2, and he got outplayed so much in the chip that they had to pick up a point guard, and now Smart's going to be the number 2 now. So they picked up Brogdon, who's a huge pickup, and also one of your favorites, Gallinari. Yeah. And he'll be coming off the bench.
They had no
So
bench.
Explain how Boston gets better in your book right now, Jeff.
Who's better than Boston?
No, how do they get better with this trade?
They got definitely better. I mean, when they gave up more than 14 turnovers in the playoffs, they lost. And, I mean, it was a turnover festival. I mean, the 18, 20, 22, they just got loosey-goosey every other game of the ball. A lot of it was on, Marcus, but, I mean, you had the rest of them contributing too. Jalen turned the ball over. Tatum's turned the ball over. Now you got a guy that is, a point guard that values the ball.
Right.
They can distribute the ball. You don't have to be. They go more. As they like to say during the playoffs, Boston wasn't moving the ball. Now you can really move the ball. You got a real point guard. You don't have to go one-on-one. Where the ball's getting stripped from you or taken from you. So it's a huge pickup in that aspect of protecting the basketball. The other problem they had is their bench got exposed during the playoffs. The farther it went, they had no scoring off the bench. Gallinari, if I remember correctly, I think he averaged something like 13 or 14 a game. That's a solid bench production. To be bringing off that bench. He can hit the 3. He can create his own shot. It doesn't help you on the defensive side, but right now you need that instant offense. He's going to provide that instant offense off the bench for Boston.
And that also takes pressure off Grant Williams, Robert Williams III, and all these other guys that are off the bench. They're not accustomed to the pressure that they end up getting in this finals. Because Gallinari been in the league over 10 years, and he's known to be a pure shooter. He did a hell of a job with Atlanta in the playoffs.
Well, as Gallinari,
you left him open. It was money. What was that?
Gallinari's not afraid to shoot the ball. There's never a shot that he doesn't like.
He's a pure shooter, Jeff. He was brought in the league to be a pure shooter. And coming off the bench, that's exactly what they needed in the finals. Unfortunately, they have to pick him up after the finals. But now my next question. Does this get Boston back in the chip in your book? Yes or no, and why?
The answer is no.
Oh, wow. Explain to the people's why.
Well, when I look at the Eastern Conference, and it's still a work in progress, but I'm going to base on the right here, right now, of what just happened over the past year. I still believe if Middleton does not get hurt for the Bucks, they take Boston out. Now you got Middleton going to be healthy coming back. They re-signed Portis, and I'll tell you, now you add a shooter in Joe Ingles.
Whoa. That kid's so underrated, too, by the way.
I thought the Utah season changed on a dime when they traded that kid. I don't know why they did to begin with. So, I mean, I think the Ingles is a very under-the-radar pickup for the Bucks to come back and get a ship, as you kind of mentioned early on. So, right now, my betting favorite in the East is the Milwaukee Bucks.
You like the Bucks to
come out?
Right
now, as is Milwaukee.
Okay, before I say anything else, Shout out to my man Seattle June. Much love, baby. I appreciate you. I had to get that out there. Seattle June, shout out to you. Okay, so you like 2 years ago champion Bucks. I can't disagree with you, Jeff. I can't. The re-signing of Bobby Portis, I think, was huge. Fits their system perfect. Their second best player in Chris Middleton, he's going to be back 100%. And then when you add Ingles, who can drop them from anywhere on the court, a veteran who knows the game, that does make them a better team. So I'm going to agree with you. They might be the favorites as of right now to come out the East, depending where Kevin Durant falls at. But we're going to get to that later. Let's go to other news real quick. Utah Jazz also, not only did they get rid of Ingles, that was early in the year, they made a big trade for Rudy Gobert going to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, they end up getting 5 players, Patrick Beverly, Malik Beasley, Walker Kessler, Jared Vanderbilt, and 4 first-round picks, but you saying 3 are protected, correct?
No, the first 3 are unprotected.
Oh, unprotected.
And the fourth one.
So those are good picks.
And the fourth one is only
those
top
are good
5
picks, correct?
protected. Top 5 on the fourth one with a 5th swap, first-round swap in 2028.
So who wins this deal?
Hands down, Utah wins this deal.
Okay, explain to my peoples real quick why. Then I got another question for you.
Or you know what? You know who wins this deal? The Brooklyn Nets win this deal. Because if you're giving up 4 players, 2 or 3 of them legitimate starters, and 2 legitimate bench players, plus 4 basically unprotected number 1 draft picks, what is Kevin Durant going to be worth? He's going to take 6 number 1 draft picks and probably about 4 players of higher quality than what they received in this deal. So Brooklyn's a win.
Jeff, hold on. You're thinking ahead again. Let's just talk about this trade. I know where you're going with it, but I don't want to confuse my people. You understand? A lot of them don't see as far as we do, so we got to be a little more with it. You like Utah winning this trade. A lot of people going to say Minnesota just became, I'm not going to say top 5. I'm going to say top 8. The top 8, top 17 with this trade. I don't think they broke the 5 barrier. A lot of guys on TV were saying they top 5. I'm not ready to bring them there. I like that you can move Cat now from center to forward. Cat showed he's got the ability to shoot the 3 outside. He does a lot for a center where he can play the forward position, and then you can keep Gobert in his natural position and make him a defensive enforcer for the Timberwolves. Now, we know they got Edwards, who's got all the talent in the world, but where they going to get their 4th scorer at? Because my understanding is Low Russell, they traded him. Or you think they're going to keep him?
You talk about Minnesota, correct?
Yeah, D'Angelo Russell. You think they keeping him or they trading him?
I think it depends on what's available out there to the Timberwolves. I mean, the whole idea of the trade for Gobert from Minnesota's point of view is that obviously they're in love with the way Utah's played defense, the last few years with Gobert, because their team didn't play defense. Now they got a guy that let their guys still do whatever the hell they want, and you got Gobert back there to block shots and protect the rim. So basically, it really opens up.
Hell, the defender.
It really opens up the offense more for Minnesota. So that's kind of a plus in that way for Minnesota. But the problem is now, as we already just seen, you've got to have a complete team to win an NBA title. Maybe even to advance in the playoffs, as strong as some of these teams are getting. So you give up all your depth and your future depth for 1 player. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
I think they're an all-star away. Shout out to Keith Vega. They are all-star away, Jeff. I like Edwards. He showed his emergence in the playoffs. He showed he can hang with the best of them. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Donovan Mitchell. Then, we all know what Big Cat could do. Though we all wish he played an inside game more. shooting fucking threes all day. And Gobert, you're not going to get much offensively. You're going to get garbage baskets out of Gobert. So you really got two scorers unless they keep Low Russell, which I heard they're not going to keep him. I heard he's not going to be there no more. So to me, they're going to be one all-star away. That's why I got them like 7th, 8th.
Well, don't forget that D-Lo is best friends with Cat. So it might not be as simple as that. That's why D-Lo went there to begin with. So I don't know if just sending out D-Lo, like you're hearing, is going to be that simple.
Okay, you got to speak up. I'm struggling hearing you, buddy.
I said that.
You got the volume button, put it all the way up.
It is. I just said D-Lo, okay, is best friends with Cat. That's why he was traded to the Timber Puppies to begin with. So I don't think it's just going to be a straight trade out if something happens. That's the point I'm trying to say. I think it's something bigger that goes down if you're talking about D-Lo. I think Cat goes in a trade, maybe something bigger for, who knows, Kevin Durant. Okay? If you're going to go that direction.
So you think Minnesota got something lined up?
They could, but that's what I'm trying to tell you.
But remember, they just gave up a lot to get Gobert. I mean, do they got anything left, Jeff?
They probably don't at this point, but the whole point is Cat is going to carry some value. Young, marketing start, going to his prime. And, I mean, that might be something to get the Nets' attention. I mean, with D-Lo.
Okay. So, real quick, they top 5 to you in the Western Conference, yes or no?
No.
Okay, let's go to my next subject. The subject I've been dying to tackle. Reason why I waited last for this, because it's uncertain. The only thing certain on this right here about the Brooklyn Nets is that Kyrie Irving opted in, but it doesn't mean he's going to stay with the ball club all year.
No.
He's just opted in because he's not trying to lose that $38 million. We already know.
Right.
Now, you got information that you think he's going out to La La Land with LeBron James and company. Do you still think that?
I think right now anything's on the board, Al. The thing that's funny to me is he opts into his contract. KD asked for the trade. You'd think that'd be backwards. He opted out. KD asked out. Not opt in. KD asked out. So I really think they're on different pages right now. I feel
they're really playing mind games with the people upstairs. Would you agree?
Well, they are. That's
I mean,
why
it's
I
horrible
really
what's happening in Brooklyn. A few years ago, we all thought they were going to win it. At least I thought they were.
I know somebody that didn't.
And now look where they at again.
I know somebody that didn't. But the point I'm trying to make here is anything and everything's on the board. It's such a complex trade that's got to go down for either one of them that it really, to be honest with you, if I was in Brooklyn's shoes, okay, I wouldn't give 2 squats what either one of these prima donnas think. I'm there to run a ball club. Sean Marks and the owner up there. And you know what? You gave them 3 years or whatever the hell these little prima donnas wanted. Okay? Now's the time to take care of your franchise. So I would make the best trades available to the Brooklyn Nets. Okay? If it makes sense for the other guy, great. If not, I wouldn't give 2 squats. That's my feeling on it. And if you're going back to the Lakers question, the only way the Lakers trade is going to work out is that Irving's going to be tied together with KD, okay? Brooklyn's already said they don't want Westbrook, okay? So the only way it's going to work is both of them going to L.A., and they send back AD with Westbrook and picks. Only way it's going to work.
It's not going to work for Brooklyn. They're not going to be able to get the max for both of them. One team is not enough. They're going to need a couple
teams. They may have a 3 or 4 team trade, obviously.
I'm going to use what you said. You got to get the most of what you can get for your play.
Correct.
So they're going to, if Kyrie Irving goes to L.A., they're going to try to max out what they can get to Kyrie.
Right.
Then if Durant, wherever he goes, they're going to try to max that out too. And L.A. ain't got nobody that Brooklyn wants.
AD, and that's it.
And the guys that they got, they're not going to let go, LeBron or AD. So that'll be a waste of time.
Correct.
Now, maybe Kyrie for a bunch of picks, I get it. But what kind of picks you're going to get when Kyrie get over there? You're going to get 27th and 28th picks?
But don't
of the
think
draft.
about this, Al. They
Usually
don't
ain't
have
nobody a project.
the Lakers don't have any draft picks anyway. They trade them all away for AD. They have one. That's why they have one.
I don't like that. They're not going to run them concurrent. They're not going to do that. They're going to put them in different situations and max out who could it get. And Brooklyn, unfortunately, is going to have to rebuild again.
I mean, I'll give you just a scenario. You know, if the teams you got to look at, if I'm Brooklyn, to make this kind of a trade, is the New Orleans Pelicans, the Houston Rockets, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. They have the draft picks. They have the young talent.
How about Sacramento?
They don't have the draft picks. But those three teams have the draft picks required to make a deal of this magnitude.
Yeah, but Sacramento got a nice bunch of young guys right now on the bench starting that could come in and just
It's
start
just
right
not
now.
enough when you're talking about KD. I mean, think about this.
Okay. How about Kyrie 1 year?
No,
That's enough. Because Kyrie, they don't have to give us
But let's
much.
just put you this way.
He's only got a 1 year
What if the
option.
Pelicans come up and say, we'll give you Zion Williamson, who's been wanting to go to New York for all these years anyway. You know, we throw in 5 or 6 number 1 picks, 3 or 4 of them unprotected, and throw in one other star. Do you make that trade? Nobody's going to be able to match that. Oklahoma City and Houston. That's it. Utah might be able to now, as they're starting to accumulate picks. They get rid of Mitchell. But
Utah's already, they rebuild it. The thing is, what they going to do with Donovan Mitchell is the question.
they could build around Mitchell.
You know, they got rid of a veteran and then a veteran in Gobert. That told me enough. Not only that, Conley's also gone.
But here's the problem with Utah.
Unless they're going to build around Mitchell. I don't know.
That's what I've heard. They're not going to trade Mitchell. They're going to build around him. And really, they need to rebuild the offense. They were a half-court offense. They got stagnant at times. You know, they need to be younger to push the ball up. Mitchell can play in that type of offense. He did at Louisville. So, I mean.
Right. Listen, let's move on. Where do you think Kevin Durant is going to end up at? I mean, I got 4 potential destinations. But I want to hear from Sportsbook Jeff. You know in your sports like you do. You've been a great predictor lately too, by the way. Let me get that out there. You've been efficient, very efficient. Where does KD go, my brother?
Well, I mean, everybody hears the spots. You hear Miami. I'm knocking them out because I know the rookie max extension problem, you know, would happen if they trade Hero has to be part of that trade. He's not going to Miami. Now you look at the Clippers situation. That's another one I've heard. Now the Clippers, maybe. I don't know. But it seems like they'd have to give up some of their stars. I don't think they're willing to. They made it this far with them. You know, next thing is Dallas. Dallas doesn't have enough players they want. So to me, it still boils down to 76ers. They could probably put Tyrone Maxey, which I think would be a mistake because now they have no guards of any extent over there, and a deal with, say, the ball and some of the rest of them they have with number 1 picks. I can see a Moran doing something. So I'd say potentially Philly. I mean, Cleveland could give up Sexton and a few guys, but why would you want to break up doing it the right way?
Jeff, I love you to death. I asked you where is he going, and you telling me every team that he's not going to. You know we ain't got all this time, Jeff. Why are you doing this to me? Now I can't give you your 3 nicknames because you like a taxi driver. I'm telling you, take me one place, and you taking me everywhere else but the place I want to go to. So now you can't get your nicknames in because you want to give me every team that he's not going to. Where is Kevin Durant going to? Not where he's not going to.
Okay,
I'll go on about 1 minute.
Go on my limb. He's going to the Toronto Raptors.
That's it. That's all I asked you, brother. You're going to give me every team he's not going to, and now you just took away your 3 nicknames, and I know you wanted to do that. But I got to get King Felix in, who's going to have half the time of what you had. Say your last words and we out of here, brother.
Peace.
Listen, good job as always. So you like Durant going to Toronto. I like that.
And by the way,
because they're about a player like that away.
Just for me to get my last words in, Andre Bad Moon Rising, Willie E.T. McGee, and we'll go at Jim Catfish Hunter. There you go.
There you go, baby. Sportsbook Jeff in the building. We'll get back soon, my brother.
All right, bro.
Okay, Sportsbook Jeff. Okay, Felix, come on. Let's go. We ain't got too much time. Jeffrey Edward Mueller, I appreciate you, bro. I see your comments. I appreciate you. Let me see if I can get my man in here. Felix, shoot me another one. I think I might have, let me see if I can add you. Hold up, I'm trying to add you. I tell him, what team is he going to? He gives me every other team that he's not going to. What's up, baby?
What up? How you doing?
Oh, thank God I can hear you. I don't have to struggle. My ears don't have to lean over towards the phone. Felix, I want to say one thing first. Thank you for coming on. You had a tragedy situation that I'm not going to get into, but hopefully you and the family is a lot better, and now hopefully you can start living life regularly once again, because I know the situation, and I couldn't tell you if I could have dealt with it. So God bless you and your family, and thank you for coming on today, Felix.
Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you, man.
Okay. Now you ready to start getting into it?
Let's do it.
Okay. We're going to do what's called the New York Knicks update. And Felix is going to put us on everything that the New York Knickerbockers are doing. And I'm going to start off by saying, let me get this paper right here. A lot of New Yorkers are upset what happened in the draft, but you're going to explain why they did what they did. We could have got a guy named Duran, young stud that the Pistons ended up getting. We could have had him. We could have had A.J. Griffin, Dyson Daniels. I mean, we could have had about 4, 5 legitimate young boys. Explain to the people why the New York Knicks did not go that route, Felix.
Yeah, well, I want to say one thing. I don't feel too bad about the Knicks because there's a team right across the river that's more dysfunctional than them right now. That's the Brooklyn Nets.
So
listen,
them doing bad, it's kind of like a feel good to you?
Yeah, listen, everybody's trying to figure out the plan of their team, their organization, and us as New Yorkers and Knicks fans, we're always like scratching our heads with every move they make. But the only thing I can come up with is they had to free up cap space money,
right?
Which they're doing. They did by getting rid of some guys.
Walker, example, Nerlens Noel,
the
Alex
Knicks,
Burks of the world. Mm-hmm. Rob Cruz.
Yep, the Knicks drafted.
Cruz.
The Knicks drafted, this kid Osama Dane, 11th pick, and they drafted him for OKC in exchange for multiple first-round picks. And then the Hornets drafted 13th pick, which is that kid Duran. And then the Knicks traded him to Detroit for a first-round pick for 2023. Now, what that tells me is the Knicks are trying to create asset. They're trying to create money, potential, so they can go out and trade these picks, because that gives them 8 tradable picks out of 11. And they also free up cap space to hopefully land a star, a quality player. Because when you draft these young kids, the Knicks got a staple of young kids already.
Right, you made that
they got
point.
that kid McBride. They got McBride. They got Sims. They got Grimes. They got Quickly, Toppin. They got a lot of players in development. Why keep taking these young kids and develop more? And they have the young kids. They have young good players. So you might as well just free up cap space and get as many picks as you can and use them as bargaining chips to land someone. And hopefully, like I said, this is a plan that down the road we'll see what the next stage is. But that's how I see it.
Well, I understand what you're saying, so the people can get a clearer picture. Knicks are clearing up cap space, which is the salary cap. So they let 3 important players go in Noels, Burks, major contributors. Kemba Walker didn't get along with Tibbs. There was issues there. So that was nothing for us to let him go. It was sad because he always wanted to play with the Knicks, reached his dream, and it was a nightmare. Let's keep it 100.
Right.
But they did free up salary cap to sign one more key player that we got right now, and that's the next guy I'm going to bring into you, in Jalen Brunson, the son of Rick Brunson, who's an assistant coach for our New York Knicks. Explain to the people, what does Jalen Brunson bring to our organization?
He solidifies the point guard position. We haven't had a legit point guard in God knows how long.
When you
So
say legit,
when
you say legit, you got to explain what that means, because people are going to say, we had Derrick Rose, he's legit.
we had Derrick Rose past his prime, but we need a guy that can get other people
No,
involved.
that's
a guy
what
that
I was getting at. Rose wants to score.
You know,
Brunson's the
exactly.
type he's going to
So
get everybody in before he worry about his.
exactly.
Okay.
Most of the guys that we had at the guard position, their mentality is score first or create for themselves. At least we got a guy that can get other people involved and get a flow to the game going. Hopefully the chemistry's there. But he's an above average player. He had a good season. He had even a better playoff. So you never know. Superstars sometimes are not. They're developed. Superstars become superstars. So hopefully Brunson is the answer. I think, like I said, he's a solid point guard. So I think that's going to help the Knicks.
I'm going to tell you why I love this pickup. First, I was thinking 110, 4 years, 27 and a half M's. But they giving money away now. So it seems like a big number. But after it's all said and done, with a lot of free agents that haven't get signed yet, he might be the 16th, 17th highest paid point guard. So it's really not really much when you think about it. Now,
Could be a bargain.
What I do like, he's consistent, doesn't turn the ball over. I like that he just had a playoff run. I like that all his averages went up in the playoffs with Luka and the Dallas Mavericks. That showed me a lot. I mean, he looked like an all-star out there in that playoff series. The only thing that worries about me, that I worry about Jalen Brunson, I don't see a window for him. Like John Morant, you know he's going to get better. The young boy Ivy out of Purdue, you can tell he's got a game that's going to only grow. Jalen Brunson's going to be Jalen Brunson. What you're seeing right now is what you're going to get. But you know what? That's exactly what we need in New York.
Exactly.
A guy that's level-headed, not going to turn the ball over, makes his open shots. He doesn't have to be great for us. Just be consistent.
Right. Exactly. Well, be that floor general that we need, man. Get everybody else involved. Make the team better. And you know what I'm saying?
I love him for that.
It'll take care of itself.
I love him for that. Now, saying all this, do we make the playoffs this year?
I'll tell you something. The Knicks won 37 games this year. I can see the Knicks. I can see the Knicks being a 500 team or just a little above 500. I can see them making the in play. That what is it? Top 10, the 6 through 10. I can see them getting in that way. And who knows? But I can see the Knicks a top 10 team.
Okay, let's move on. The Knicks are not that serious to stay too long, though me and you are Knicks fans. So that's why we could do this all day. But everybody watching, don't give a fuck about the New York Knicks. Let's keep it real. Now we're going to go to the Diamond, a team that a lot of people should be worrying about, and that's my New York Yankees. Best record in baseball, 56-21, not counting what's happening today. They're at Houston in a tough 4-game series. My question to you, 12 and a half games up on the Bo Sox, on the Jays, 15 over the Rays. We're not done with half a season yet.
Right.
if you leave this ball club exactly like it is, you already answered me earlier, they're not going to keep this way of winning. No way in the world. But can they at least secure the division with this ball club? Win the first place in the division.
I think they could. I think they can win the East with this ball club. But we all know that when it comes to playoff baseball, it's a short season, and there's always room for improvement. So I would like to see the Yankees get another quality arm, another pitcher, and make a few adjustments within the roster now. I'm not too happy with Joey Gallo. I think we're running out of patience with him. Yeah,
I'd rather keep Aaron Hicks. What scares me about Gallo, though, me watching baseball my whole life, including yourself, you can't tell me the guy don't got no tools, man. The guy can make plays, got a great arm, can run the bases, big boy, young, power. He just can't make enough contact. And like I stated to Noah Parker many shows ago, when he puts the ball in play, he has the highest batting average in the game. But the problem is he strikes out more than everybody.
Right. It's either a hit or a strikeout. Yeah. That's it.
Remind me of the old Dave Kingman back in the day. A lot of people don't know Dave Kingman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of Dave Kingman.
You're right. That's right.
Are you willing to move this guy who could be great? I think he could be great one day once he figures out how to make more contact. You rather stick with him with a good team, hope we can get him there, or you just want to pack him up, Felix?
I'm going to tell you this, man. I'm rooting for the guy, but listen, his last 8 games, he's 0 for 24 with 13 strikeouts. I mean, you got Andujar. They sent him down to AAA. You got a kid Carpenter who can hit and play. He's on the bench. I mean, sooner or later, you have to go in a different direction. But like I said, if the Yankees were not winning the way they are, Joey Gallo will be out of there.
Well, Sportsbook Jeff just said, are they built for 162 games? I would say yes, but then I would say I don't know if they're ready to run through the playoffs clean, though. We got a bunch of unproven people. And see this light? When that light get on them in the playoffs, it's a different ball game, Felix.
Of course, we know that.
I'm scared about. I'm not worried about Garrett Cole. A lot of people talk about Cole this, Cole that. Cole's going to do his thing. As long as we don't have to overuse him. We overuse him, we done.
Right.
Don't put him 3 games in one series. No, 2 games. Give him the best opportunity to win. But the problem with that is we're going to have guys like Nestor Cortez win a fucking game in the playoffs. Jameson Talion, who's pitching outstanding, but I could see him get roped in the playoffs, unfortunately. Now, the key factor and the X factor is Silverino. Does Silverino get it done this year, Felix?
He's pitched well. And he's still young, even though he's been out of baseball for about 2 years. But and he's also got some playoff experience. Severino was our ace and played some big games for us in the playoffs a few years back. But like I said, I'll be happy if we can go out and get another quality arm, another
Felix,
starting pitcher.
Out there? Who out there you want to get that's a quality arm that you think could be available? I heard Frankie Montas, right? But okay, he's got a good arm. He ain't got no playoff experience. The kid's a little wild too. He's got a lot of Severino on him. So what we gonna get? A younger Severino or Frankie Montas? And then you got guys who are over the hill like Bumgarner. Kyle Hendrick, I still think Kyle Hendrick is only about 30-something years old. People say, oh, this contract. What contract? I don't know. He's making $14 million annually. That's not real money in baseball. I don't know where no one thinks he's getting 50 a year from. It's 50 for 4 years, something like that. Now, I know Kendricks is getting killed. I understand that. But you switch leads. People that haven't seen Hendricks, he's tough, man. That changeup is in 3 different velocities. Took the National League like 7 years to figure them out. So I think as the Yankees, we could keep him for a couple years. He could be a key member. That's just my opinion, though.
I'm gonna say something. Listen, Eric, out there, in your hometown, Eric Vigio, the Caesar Sportsbook, he just put the Yankees ahead of the Dodgers, favorite to win the World Series. So, the Yankees are now the team to beat in baseball. They're the favorite, but it doesn't mean anything. But listen, I'm gonna say this. Sometimes, like it happened when the Yankees won a couple of championships in the 90s, they had guys from the minors, from their farm system, come up and contribute in a big way. I'm thinking the Yankees got a couple of surprises in the minor leagues that they can bring up as the season goes along and can help them. They got a pitcher who's the best pitcher in one of the top pitchers in the minor leagues. I probably pronouncing his name wrong. Woodcheck, something like that. He's dominating AAA. And there's we can get a surprise and get a pitcher come up and can help the Yankees through the postseason. And even though they don't have experience, but the league doesn't know them either, so sometimes that can favor them. So maybe
the problem.
Maybe the help is within the organization.
That's the problem. When the light get on them, you got to get a guy that's used to being under the lights. That's another reason why I like Cal Hendricks. I don't care what you see in 3 and 6, 5. I don't worry that he's playing for a team that's not contending. He's probably playing catch out there right now. Put him on a Yankee club with all that tension we got, all that great team chemistry. They boom, managing a year of his career. Everybody's having, man, he gonna fit right in and start looking like that whole Hendricks. That's my guy, because I don't see nobody else out there that's going to be available. I would love to say DeGrom and Scherzer, but they're not available. Verlander, he's not available.
But listen. But the Yankees are dominating the game right now in all phases. So, I mean, they're the team to beat. And listen, there's been 5 Yankee teams that have gone into July with a winning percentage of 700 or better, and those 5 teams went out to win the World Series. Just a note. Listen.
I'm a Yankee fan. I messed up by saying they were going to have a bad year. You said if a couple guys had career years, you called it. We got about 5 guys with career years. From the average judges, the Jamie Talion, from the Clay Holmes of the world, from the Trevinos of the world. Stan's having a good year. So you called it. You said that's the only way we could do it. You believed in it, and it's happening. I didn't believe it. I said no playoffs. I'm not ashamed to admit it. But I'm gonna make another statement. We need a little more. We want to win a championship, Felix. Because come playoff time, we're gonna get nothing but the best of teams. Nothing but the best. Right. We can get over with
I agree.
now, but it ain't in the playoff, dog. It's no advantage that everybody got their best players, everybody ready to go. We don't have guys that are used to that kind of climax. We got babies on our team. That's what I fear. Okay, we done with that. Salute to the Yankees. Great job with the Yankees. We got 2 minutes. Nicknames, top 5 nicknames. We're gonna go 1 each. So you can start first.
All right, I'm gonna give you. Okay, actually, I got 6 nicknames, but I'm gonna give you my 5.
I'm gonna go 5.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my 5.
One at a time.
There's a guy. Okay, he got over 3,000 hits. He's number 2 in all-time stolen bases with 938. 2-time champ, 6-time All-Star. Nicknamed the franchise, Lou Brock.
Love that. My best nickname, the hits leader. I'm not even going to go too much information. We got to be quick. Let's eliminate all that extra shit. But I love me some Charlie Hustle, baby. Pete Rose, a.k.a. Charlie Hustle. Let's go with number 2.
4-time Cy Young winner, Mad Dog, the professor, Greg Maddux.
Okay. I'm going to go to football. This guy always wore white cleats. And they named him Billy White Shoes Johnson, baby. Punt returner, wide receiver, Oilers, the Falcons, all the old guys know Billy White Shoes Johnson. Go with number 3. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. The vacuum cleaner, the Hoover, Brooks Robinson, 18-time All-Star, 16 Gold Gloves.
Nice. There's no way I could make the best nickname and not mention this guy right here. George the Iceman Gervin. If you ever get called the Iceman, that means you the fucking GOAT. You the dog. George Iceman Gervin. You know what? Let's go 6, because I got another one. We could go 6. Now we up to 4. Go ahead.
Chairman of the board, 6-time champ, Whitey Ford.
Okay. I'm going to go to the boxing ring. I never in my life thought you would ever call a boxer marvelous. So I got to go with marvelous Marvin Hagler. Marvelous. I never thought you could use the word marvelous in a war field. But you know what? He pulled it off, and goddamn, he was marvelous doing it. Let's move on.
The Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays.
I like that. I'm going to keep it in boxing. This is the kind of boxing name I expect when you mention boxing. And it's also another player that, a baseball player that had the same name. Thomas Hitman Hearns. And you also had automatically who was AKA the Hitman. So we got one with the Hitman, and we got one more before we close it out.
I'm just throwing this guy in there because one of my favorite players, Puff. And that was his nickname, Puff.
I love him.
Because every time after the game they went out for dinner, when it came for paying the bill, he disappeared
like a
puff of smoke.
Like smoke.
Like Puff. So they named him Puff, and that was Greg Nettles.
I thought it was Puff because if it's like looking like Afro, but you know what? I got it now. You gave me the inside scoop. Last but not least, a lot of people's not going to remember this individual. I love this name when I used to be a little kid and I first heard it. Dennis All You Can Boy from the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
Short African-American who threw it in the high 90s, had great stuff, but I love me some All You Can, baby. And with that, close it out, Felix, and we out of here.
Like always, man, great show. And let's enjoy sports, because we were out of it for almost 2 years. So I mean, it's good to have some normality and have everything clicking again. And like you were saying, the NBA is
bananas,
bugging out, giving money. They're giving money away like crazy.
When we hang up, it's going to be about 8 more transactions that we didn't even talk about.
Exactly, man.
Felix, so enjoy the rest of the night with your wife. Thank you for coming on. We're gonna get back soon, brother. Great job, Felix.
Thank you.
King Felix.
Peace, my brother.
Okay, brother.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. King Felix bringing that heat. Sportsbook Jeff bringing that heat. Time for the giveaway. Let me set it up, guys. Then we're gonna do the summary, so don't go nowhere. Good luck to everybody. You're gonna like that West Coast magic, baby. Giveaway 1, round 2, 1 through 20. Let the best person win. I got a lot of girls coming back now. Thank you, ladies. Much appreciated. No, that was beautiful, man. A lot of information, guys. Me and freestyle this shit. It's a lot of work we did, a lot of homework. Able to deliver it out to a lot of you guys that haven't been watching the TV. Hopefully we caught everybody up to the world of sports. Okay, 1 through 20. Two balls come out, it's a no play. We won 1 ball, 1 winner. Marination time, let's go. Good luck to everybody, guys. Jeff, we got girls, baby. Trust me. Jeff, we gotta get you in this giveaway too, Jeffrey. Big Rob Cruz, I see you, baby. Here we go. Daisy Gonzalez, my sister, I see you. Here we go. You got a winner, you see it, right? I know you see it. Let me move her back real quick. Number 15. 15. That's my boy B4 in the building, baby. Brian Ford. Number 15, baby. B4 in the building, baby. 15's your winner. He's hot lately, I know. B4's hot lately. Let me get these out real quick. $15, round 1 winner. Round 2, giveaway 1 winner. Let me say it correct. Giveaway 2, round 2, 21 through 40. Congratulations, B4, baby. Let me bring this back. Hold up. Hold up, guys.
When I was a student.
Got to get rid of the commercial. Give me a minute. Here we go. 21 through 40. Let's go. B4 getting hot like fish grease, baby. Okay, 21 through 40. Good luck to everybody. We marinated it, baby. Every ball's got to get marinated. Raul, I'm not going to lie. I thought that was you. But you 16. I don't know why I thought you was 15. I just forgot the numbers who had what. I thought that was your 9th win, but it wasn't. It was B4. Through the back door, baby. Here we go. All the balls are marinated. Let's go. We got a winner. I know you see it because I see it. $26. Gotta be Chico Liston. Chico Liston wins again. That's his 5th win in round 2. Trailing Raul, who has 8 wins in round 2. Chico Liston is your winner, folks. We got Brian and Chico Liston. If Brian is hot as fish grease, Chico Liston has to be. What can I say? I don't even know if there's anything hotter than fish grease. Vegas weather, I guess. I don't know. Let me give y'all the summary, guys. We got balls falling all over. Okay, give me 1 minute. Let me shut this off. Wow. Salute to Brian Ford. God been with me since day one. It's only right that he cracks this bank, you know what I mean, more than regularly. You know what I'm saying? I like to see that. Always stood, always hanging on, always showing support. I love when people like that win. I like when everybody win, but when you support it, it just feels good to see people like that win that you know that have been supporting regularly. Salute to Brian Ford. Chico Linston, another guy that, you know, came out of nowhere, been showing love, and he's hotter than Vegas weather. That's the only thing I can think of that can hang with fish grease because, I mean, lava, unless you want to use the terminology of lava, he's as hot as lava because when Raul had 8, I remember Chico having 1. Chico got 5 wins now, so he's creeping up. He actually has won 4 since Raul has won 1. And Raul's been in this situation before in round 1 where he had the lead and like a horse race caught up and then got him. But I don't know if that's going to happen to him this time. I think he got his heart broken, but we'll see. This is why the giveaway, you see I do them in front of y'all. There's no way for me to cheat. I can't predict a number to come out. I couldn't make a number come out if I tried. So y'all seeing how that works out. Salute and thank you for everybody for continuing to play, man. God bless all you guys, and it's much appreciated. Now let's get to the summary real quick. Sportsbook Jeff we covered the majority of the sports transactions. I mentioned a lot of signs, extensions. We spoke Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Malcolm Brogdon, Rudy Gobert. Y'all missed it, go back. A lot of great information. A lot of what we think is going to happen, who we predicting, where they're going to be, who predicting to get to the chip. Felix Jacino came on. King Felix, Yankee update, Knicks update, and the all fun nicknames. I love doing nicknames. We're going to do a lot more of that. I mean, it's like thousands of nicknames. I mean, I could give you 5 every week for the next year. Like, I'm not lying to you guys. And like I said, thank you guys for tuning in. Let me get back. Hold up. Give me a minute. Al Your Sports, TGI Fridays, The Raw Truth, No Drinking and Driving. Another episode. Keep your eyes open. A lot of stuff is about to come out to the open. The only thing I'm going to spill beans on is the podcast coming out. But I promise you, there's a lot more. And I want to thank the Almighty God for believing in me. And I think he wants to give me the opportunity to show the world that I'm about this life, man. I know I am, but I gotta prove it to him. And if he gives me the opportunity, I promise y'all, I'm going all out like I did in the LES, man. To the death, man. And with that, God bless y'all. I love y'all. Continue to tune in. Al York Sports. Have a great night. No drinking and driving. Please, hold your heads.